Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Q3 and 9-month FY26 earnings conference call of Jupiter Wagons Ltd, hosted by Systematics Institutional Equities. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Prathamesh Kamath of Systematics Institutional Equities. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for Q3 and 9-month FY26 earnings call of Jupiter Wagons Ltd. On behalf of Systematics, I would like to thank the management for giving us the opportunity to host this call. Today, we have with us Mr. Vivek Lohia, Managing Director, and Mr. Vinod Kumar Agarwal, CFO. Now, I will hand over the call to the management for their opening remarks, followed up by the Q&A session. Thank you, and over to you, Vivek, sir.
Thank you, Prathamesh. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to join our earnings call. It is my pleasure to walk you through Jupiter Wagons' performance for the quarter and 9 months ended December 31st, 2025. I trust you have had the opportunity to review our financial results and the investor presentation shared earlier. During the third quarter, we continued with improvement in performance, overcoming the severe supply side constraints faced during the start of the year and delivered a clear sequential improvement in performance. Total consolidated income for the quarter stood at rupees 900 crores, reflecting a healthy 13% quarter-on-quarter growth. EBITDA for the quarter was rupees 116 crores, up 12% from Q2, with EBITDA margin sustained at a healthy 13%. Profit after tax came in at rupees 62 crores, registering a strong 36% quarter-on-quarter growth, while PAT margin expanded to 7%. This performance underscores the resilience of our operation, disciplined execution, and the inherent strength of our diversified business model. Our order book remains robust, providing strong visibility for the quarters ahead. As of 31st December 2025, the consolidated order book stood at rupees 5,041 crores, covering diversified products across wagons, wheel sets, braking systems, and containers, reinforcing sustained customer confidence and demand strengths across both public and private sector clients. From an operational standpoint, wheel set supplies constraints have eased compared to the acute shortages experienced earlier in the year. However, supplies are yet to return to the optimum required levels and therefore continue to impact wagon production across the broader industry. To structurally address this challenge and secure long-term supply chain resilience, our Odisha Greenfield project for the fully integrated wheel sets manufacturing is progressing as planned. Orders for all critical equipment have been placed and construction activities are advancing at full pace. The facility is expected to commence production by year-end, which will materially enhance wheel set availability and support higher throughput across our wagon and component businesses. Our existing wheel sets and axle business has gained further momentum, supported by a healthy order book across multiple end-user applications, including freight wagons, LHB coaches, metro systems, and Vande Bharat trains. We have also secured orders for the machining and assembly of LHB wheel sets, strengthening our position within the railway components ecosystem and expanding our participation in higher value segments. Jupiter Electric Mobility made significant progress during the period. The successful implementation of auxiliary battery systems for Vande Bharat trains underscores our growing capability in advanced energy storage solutions for railway sector. In parallel, we secured orders from marquee customers across the material handling and specialized equipment segments. validating both our product performance and market acceptance. Our operational capabilities are further strengthened with the commissioning of a cell-to-battery manufacturing line in Indore, enhancing both capacity and vertical integration. Additionally, our modular battery energy storage systems developed in containerized formats are gaining traction across high-value applications such as diesel generator replacement, mobile energy storage, and renewable energy integration. Collectively, these developments position Jupiter strongly within the rapidly evolving energy transition landscape. Our commercial vehicle and container business recorded healthy growth during the year. Supported by recent policy initiatives, including production-linked incentives and increased budgetary allocations, this segment is well-positioned for accelerated expansion. As one of India's leading container manufacturers, Jupiter Wagons stands to benefit meaningfully from these structural growth drivers. The broader policy and industry environment remains supportive. The announcement of a new freight corridor further expands the addressable opportunity size in the domestic market. In addition, the Railway Ministry has maintained procurement estimates at approximately 32,000 wagons, reinforcing long-term demand visibility for rolling stock and associated components. Beyond freight wagons, we continue to see steady growth across products such as brake discs, CMS crossings, braking systems, and other engineered solutions. At the same time, we are actively pursuing opportunities to enhance our participation in the passenger rolling stock segment and are currently at an advanced stage of engagement with a leading European partner. This strategic initiative aligns with our long-term vision of becoming a comprehensive mobility and railway engineering solution provider, and we will share further details at appropriate time. In addition to the exciting opportunities in the domestic market, recent positive developments towards strengthening trade agreements with the EU and the US are expected to open up sizable export opportunities for Indian railway engineering products. This is particularly relevant for high-value components such as wheel sets, brake discs, and allied systems, where we are well positioned to access European and other international markets through our joint ventures, subsidiaries, and global partnerships. Turning to a couple of corporate developments during the quarter. We continue to strengthen our leadership and governance framework with the appointment of Mr. Mark Damien Stevenson as additional director. Mr. Stevenson brings over 3 decades of international rail industry experience, spanning freight railcar leasing, financial stewardship, and large-scale operational transformation. His global perspective and industry expertise will further enhance Jupiter's strategic capabilities as we expand across domestic and international markets. Additionally, on December 19, 2025, Jupiter Wagons Ltd allotted 28,72,340 equity shares pursuant to the conversion of warrants by Tetra upon receipt of the balance subscription amount of rupees 101.25 crore. This resulted in an increase in promoter shareholding from 68.09 to 68.31%, reflecting continued promoter confidence and long-term commitment to company's growth strategy. Despite near-term challenges arising from supply chain constraints, our fundamentals remain strong. A robust order book, diversified portfolio, supportive policy environment, and ongoing strategic capacity expansions provide confidence in our sustained long-term growth trajectory. We remain committed to operational excellence, innovation, and delivering sustainable value for all our stakeholders. Thank you for your continued trust and support. I now request the moderator to open the floor for questions.
Thank you very much. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and then one on their touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Again, to register for a question, please press star and then one. Our first question comes from the line of Bala Subramanian from Arihant Capital. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Sir, my first question, on the wheel set side, industry is facing nearly 30 to 35% kind of shortage. By next year, Titaker and RK Forgings or JV also coming up for wheel sets. And we also coming out with Odisha project, especially for wheel sets. So I'm trying to understand by next financial year how the wheel set supplies will improve, and whether we have to take any special approval to supply to Indian Railways. Like if we are making wheel sets, we can directly supply to Indian Railways, or we can directly use in our order book. And if you could mention, we also targeting some export side. So which are the geographies the demand is there? And so I'm trying to understand whether if your wheel sets prices are anywhere 2.5 to 3 lakh or that range, is it really viable on the exports wheel sets?
Thank you for your questions. First, on the wheel sets, as you rightly said, capacities are coming online by end of this year or by next year. So I think once this private capacities come online, I don't think you mentioned should be any challenges on the availability of wheel sets. As you have already mentioned, and we have also given notifications from time to time that we are already supplying to Indian Railways for LHB and other applications. So in terms of approvals from Indian Railways, we don't see any challenge. So the facility has been designed with the approval standards of Indian Railways in mind, so we don't perceive any kind of challenges with regard to getting the approvals. And definitely once the facility is approved, the wheel sets, because they are completely fall under Make in India policy, we can use those wheel sets for our own production. So we don't see a challenge in that regard also. With regard to the export market, as you are aware that Tatra Wagonka is a very active participant in this project, and they themselves have a sizable demand for wheel sets. They buy close to about 50,000 wheel sets annually. So so for us, they would form our biggest buyer category. And since it's captive, so we don't see that to be a challenge. In terms of pricing, we have already reviewed the pricing, and we are very confident that we will be able to meet the pricing targets which Tata has given us. Thank you.
Yes. So my second question on that private wagon side, like if you could quantify what is that market size of private wagons market, and where we are getting repetitive orders from same players, or if you could mention some of the industries where we are getting regular orders for private wagons, and which are the which type of vehicles we are getting inquiries or order book.
So, see, the demand in the private segment continues to be very robust. It is across all segments. I think steel and your container and and the auto segment. I think these four segments form the bulk of the demand. We continue to our customer, the major customers, I think, continue to remain the same, and they are the biggest buyers, and we keep on getting repetitive orders from them. I cannot disclose very specifics of the order books right now, but we do get this year most of our orders have been from our existing customers only, and they have been repeat orders. So again, we are continuously in the process of developing new cars. We have recently developed the double-deck auto car, which will be rolling out the first rake. Our first rake is completely ready, and it will be rolled out anytime. We are very confident on that segment, and we expect a lot of traction in that segment in calendar year 26 and 27. Both years we expect very strong traction. We have a very strong order book on the cement wagons. We have got new inquiries on those wagons where we continue to pursue the lead. On the container wagons itself, I think the demand is very strong, and now with the trade agreement which has been signed, I think the demand is going to become more robust. Indian Railways is also working on a very again reviewing the container policy. They are making it much more user friendly. There's a lot of infrastructure work which is happening. We believe that the JNPT connection will happen sometime very soon. I think once that happens, it will be a huge fill up to this segment. So yes, and steel also, now we are seeing new demand coming in, and we expect that demand to whatever understanding which we have had and discussions which we had with the cement industry, with the steel industry, we expect this year the demand to be quite robust, because there's been a lot of expansion in capacity which has happened. So yes, so I think the private sector, we expect the demand momentum to continue.
Yes, sir. Just follow up on that. Is that a right way to understand the 80-20 mix on the railway and private wagons, or is there any change here?
Can you please repeat your question? I could not answer it.
No, sir. In that wagon industry, railway and private wagon, what is the current mix? Earlier used to be 80-20.
So it never used to be 80-20. It used to be 60-40 or 50-50. And the mix continues to remain the same. Our private order books continues to be very, very robust. So the mix is right now, I think our private order book is about 70%, and the balance is the IR order book.
Okay, sir. Sir, my next question, we are supplying high-value components for Vande Bharat and metros. So what are the new product lines and strategies to moving up the value chain, especially in the passenger coaches side?
As we have announced that this year itself, in 26 itself, we will be entering the passenger rolling stock business, and you will get to in the next few months you will get to hear announcements coming on that, our partnerships. So one is that we are entering that segment as an OEM. On the component side, we have very strong joint ventures with Covis, Taco. In Stone India, we are expecting our licenses to come in this coming quarter. So Stone India, I think by the third quarter will become operationalized. So across, I think we are in the final stages of developing a coupler we have the coupler for the LHB passenger coaches. We are in the final stages of developing the same for the Vande Bharat. We have got orders from railways to develop the buffer systems for Vande Bharat and high-speed trains, and we are in the process of doing the trials for the same. So there are a lot of components which we are working on, and as you have seen that, our non-wagon business continues to grow. So over the next 2-3 years, you will see a definite increase in the non-wagon business and addition of more portfolios in that segment.
Okay, sir. My last question, on the EV side, we are targeting 200 crore revenue by FY27. And what is the current month-on-month volume growth rate on EV mobility side, sir?
Month on month, I think we are growing at close to about 20 to 30% in that segment, and we expect to by April or May we expect to hit our run rate of about close to 20 odd crores of revenue per month, and that is why we are very bullish on the target which we have revenue targets of 200 crores which we have set, and that will be mainly led by the battery storage business, which is growing around close to 100% month on month. We are expanding our capabilities and capacities there. Plus, on the industry side also, the battery systems which we supply, that business is also continuing to show a lot of momentum. On the truck segment, we are launching another truck variant in the next quarter. That will also give a lot of momentum in the market. We have recently invested in a new battery line in Indore, which will enhance our battery capacities and capabilities. Indian Railways in the final stages of finalization of their policy for buying lithium-ion batteries. I think once that policy guidelines are finalized, it will give a very, very strong momentum and push in terms of adoption of these batteries in Indian Railways. I think that itself will give a huge boost to this segment.
Thank you so much for detailed explanation, sir. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants. If you wish to ask a question, please press star and then 1. Our next question comes from the line of Sahil Patani from Strokes Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for the opportunity. So a couple of questions, Vivek. Wanted to understand now, as a part of the US trade deal as well as the European trade deal, what kind of opportunities are you seeing? And obviously, this is more long term, but what kind of products as well as what would be the product mix as well going forward when we open these export markets?
So in both markets, I think there is a big opportunity. In the European market, definitely our major focus is on our wheel sets. I think once a plant is operational, we expect a sizable business to come from the European and the global market. And besides Tatra, also we are in discussions and with other customers. But however, at this stage we cannot reveal our discussions. But in the next 1 or 2 quarters, we will be revealing on the other potential opportunities in that segment. We have already started working on CVAM because we are very serious on the export side. I think in Europe, the biggest challenge Indian industry is going to face is on the CVAM, and which I think unless people are already preparing themselves and gearing themselves up, Europe is going to be a major challenge. On the US market, again, we do export crossings, and that supply had got a little disrupted because of the tariffs, but after this those supplies, and both crossing as well as containers we were supplying. I think that business is going to pick up. We are in very strong discussions with the American supplier to supply complete integrated battery solution storage systems to the American market. I think that is a huge opportunity for us, especially given the fact that China has a much higher tariff than India, so the price differential. One is that the customers want alternative supply chain, and secondly, because of the tariff, the price differential is now working in our favor.
Understood. Okay. Thanks for that, Vivek. And my second question is, I think last year we gave like a very conservative revenue guidance of 10 to 15%, right? But obviously seems like we'll be closing below that. Now, given the trends and the disruption in wheel sets from Indian Railways, how do you kind of foresee FY27 to pan out?
I think FY27 is going to remain muted because I think this disruption is going, though it's improved significantly, but we don't foresee that the disruption is going to get resolved. So, whatever our wheel capacities we had in Aurangabad, they are already fully utilized for us. The order book we have from Indian Railways and for our demand on the private side. So though we have expanded capacities there, but still, with the expanded capacities also, we are working. I think that facility is working close to at 100% of its capacity. So this year, definitely on the freight car side, we expect our numbers to be muted. Also, I think we are expecting tenders from Indian Railways also in either in the next quarter or the quarter after that. I think that will also give a huge fill up to order book. But then with the new tendering from Indian Railways and the momentum we are seeing in the private side, and with our wheel set capacities coming online, we expect 27-28 to be a very, very strong year, because I think we are completely our base has now been prepared very nicely, and we are completely prepped, I think, for 27-28.
Got it. Okay. Thanks, Vivek. I think those are the two questions I had. So, yeah, good luck for the last quarter and the foreseeable future.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Sandeep Mukherjee from SKP Securities Limited. Please go ahead.
Sir, thanks for taking my question. Sir, my only question is like, what is the pending number of wagons in Q3 FY26?
It's close to about 8,000 wagons which we have pending right now.
Okay, out of this 70% will be private, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Parvez Qazi from Nuvama Group. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for taking my question. I'm sorry if you've answered this question earlier, but just wanted to get your views on any potential wagon tender from the Indian Railways. What could be timing of such a tender, if any?
Honestly, very difficult to predict timing. If you look at the Indian Railways, the budget which they have, in that they mentioned about 32,000 wagons. But we expect it to happen. It is anytime this year. We expect it to happen.
Sure. Thanks and all the best.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, if you wish to register for a question, please press star and then 1. Our next question comes from the line of Rajesh Bhandari from Nakoda Engineers. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Sir, हेलो, कैन यू हियर मी?
यस, गुड इवनिंग।
ऑडिबल।
हाँ सर, जैसे अभी लीजिंग में हर कोई आ गया है। देर आर मैनी पीपल नाउ इनटू लीजिंग, वैगन लीजिंग। तो ये वैगन जो लोग खरीदते थे पहले, उसकी जगह लीज करेंगे तो उससे क्या बिजनेस पे इफेक्ट पड़ेगा?
नहीं, डेफिनेटली बिजनेस में कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा, बिकॉज हमारी ऑलरेडी GATX के साथ बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग पार्टनरशिप है इस सेगमेंट में। और ये अभी हमें नहीं लग रहा है कि हम कोई इतना बड़ा वैल्यू ऐड दे पाएंगे जिससे हमें इस बिजनेस में आज के दिन एंट्री करनी जरूरी है। जब हमें लगेगा कि कुछ वैल्यू ऐड ऐसा है, हम एंट्री करना है, तो बिकॉज जो लीजिंग लाइसेंस है उसके लिए जुपिटर ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाइड है। तो लीजिंग लाइसेंस हम कभी भी इंडियन IR से ले सकते हैं। तो वो लाइसेंस चैलेंज नहीं है। आई थिंक जो हम जिस पर काम कर रहे हैं कि जो मेंटेनेंस, अभी सारी मेंटेनेंस जो है इंडियन रेलवे खुद करती है। तो बट उसकी अभी पॉलिसी गाइडलाइंस चेंज हो रहे हैं और इंडियन रेलवे मेंटेनेंस को प्राइवेटाइज कर रहे हैं कुछ हद तक। तो वी आर मोर interested in that. I think that is going to be more critical than the leasing. Leasing is not going to be a challenge at all.
Yeah. That maintenance probably will be more paying also.
Yes, and that is what is our code, and we can give better value to our customers.
जी.
So I think maintenance is something which we are very focused on.
जी. और सर आपने कहा कि अभी आपके पास 8,000 वैगन के ऑर्डर है ऑलरेडी, मोस्ट ऑफ विच इज फ्रॉम प्राइवेट, और 32,000 के गवर्नमेंट के ऑर्डर निकलेंगे और इंक्वायरी निकलेगी।
अब 32 की होगा या कम होगा वो कहना मुश्किल है। मैंने तो
नहीं 32 का 30 हो सकता है, 35 हो सकता है, 40 हो सकता है। बट सर अभी वैगन बनाने वाली इतनी पार्टीज है तो ऑर्डर भी मिलेगा तो किसी को भी 7, 8, 10,000 का वैगन का मिलेगा।
देखिए, ऑनेस्टली ये कहना बहुत मुश्किल है कि ऑर्डर मिलेगा, किसको क्या मिलेगा। ऑर्डर जो आपने जो आगे जो एग्जीक्यूशन किया है और जो आपका कैपेसिटी और जो परफॉर्मेंस है उस पर भी ऑर्डर क्वांटिटीज डिपेंडेंट है।
जी।
कोई नया एंट्रेंट आकर ऑर्डर बुक ले जा सकता है, बिकॉज जितने भी टेंडर्स होते हैं उसमें आपके परफॉर्मेंस क्राइटेरिया बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग रहते हैं।
तो पर मंथ कैपेसिटी कितनी है सर?
तो आज हम कम से 1,000 वैगन बना सकते हैं अगर व्हील का कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं रहे, हमें ऑर्डर बुक स्ट्रॉन्ग रहे तो हम 1,000 वैगन तक बना सकते हैं। मैंने
लास्ट टाइम का मीटिंग हुआ उसमें आई रिमेम्बर आपने बताया था कि व्हील की प्रॉब्लम करीब सॉल्व हो गई है। बट इस बार भी सर अपना टर्नओवर एंड दी अल्टीमेट PAT काफी नीचे रहा। ये कब इम्प्रूव हो सकता है सर? कब एक्सपेक्ट करें कि इम्प्रूव होगा?
जो मैंने कहा वो सही कहा कि अगर लास्ट क्वार्टर से आप कंपेयर करें तो इस क्वार्टर हमारा परफॉर्मेंस काफी बेटर रहा है। आई थिंक करीब न्यू में 20 से 25% का।
नहीं लास्ट क्वार्टर, आई एग्री सर, लास्ट क्वार्टर से बेटर रहा, लेकिन अगर आप लास्ट 9 मंथ्स लें और ये 9 मंथ्स लें तो बहुत फर्क है सर।
देखिए लास्ट 9 मंथ्स जैसे मैंने कहा कि लास्ट ईयर व्हील सप्लाईज वर नॉट अ चैलेंज, और मेरा जो एंटिसिपेशन है कि ये डिस्ट्रप्शन जो इम्प्रूव काफी किया है बट ये डिस्ट्रप्शन रहेगा। और हमारी जो अपनी कैपेसिटीज है वो इस ईयर एंड या बिगनिंग ऑफ नेक्स्ट ईयर ही हमारी कैपेसिटीज आएगी इंक्रीमेंटल। आई थिंक जब हमारी नई कैपेसिटीज आ जाएगी देन एंड बाय द टाइम आई थिंक IR से भी हमें नए ऑर्डर बुक्स भी मिल जाएंगे। सो वी एक्सपेक्ट दैट द नेक्स्ट 27 and 28 to be very very strong years.
मतलब FY26-27 थोड़ा ढीला जाएगा।
Yes, definitely.
क्योंकि बिकॉज एक जो सबसे पॉजिटिव चीज मैंने जुपिटर में देखी है सर, वो ये है कि आपका जो लेवल ऑफ प्रॉफिट है, मतलब जो 300, 350, 400 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट, बाकी दूसरों के उसमें जो रहता है इट इज 100 करोड़, 120 करोड़, 150 करोड़ लाइक दैट। तो ये अपना सबसे बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट था जो अभी थोड़ा नीचे आ रहा है सर।
सर अभी भी अगर आप देखें तो हमारा एबिटा मार्जिन, अगर इफ यू कंपेयर टू इंडस्ट्री पेयर्स, हमारा एबिटा मार्जिन काफी स्ट्रांग है। और अगर आप देखें तो एबिटा मार्जिन में जो डिक्लाइन है वो मिनिमल है। लास्ट ईयर आई थिंक हमारा करीब 14% के करीब था। इस साल हम वी आर मेंटेनिंग क्लोज टू अबाउट 13%। तो वो बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंशियल नहीं है गिवन द डिस्ट्रप्शन विच वी हैव फेस। तो एबिटा मार्जिन विल इम्प्रूव। और सबसे जो प्लस है कि जो हमारे अदर बिजनेसेस हैं, स्पेशली व्हील बिजनेस और जो कमर्शियल व्हीकल बिजनेस है और जो कंटेनर बिजनेस, दोज बिजनेसेस डूइंग वेरी वेल। और उनके अगर हम नंबर्स देखें कंपेयर टू लास्ट ईयर, दोज नंबर्स हैव significantly and we expect this momentum to become stronger and stronger. So
सर ओवरऑल 26-27 का अपना जो टर्नओवर और प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी रहेगा, दैट विल बी बेटर देन 25-26?
No, definitely not, because नेक्स्ट जो 27 और 28 वाला डेफिनेटली भी जो जैसा हमने जो हमारा एंटिसिपेशन है, आई थिंक दैट विल बी वन ऑफ द बेस्ट ईयर्स फॉर जुपिटर।
मैं सर एक क्लैरिफिकेशन चाहता हूँ। आपने बोला 27 और 28, मतलब FY26-27 एंड FY27-28?
FY27-28।
अच्छा, मतलब 26-27 नहीं, 27-28?
26-27 तो अभी करंटली वी आर इन
25-26 में है सर, अभी तो 25-26 में है।
इस साल जैसा हमने कहा कि हमारी जो व्हील की जो नई कैपेसिटी है वो 26 एंड या 27 बिगनिंग में आएगी। तो जब तक वो कैपेसिटी नहीं आते हैं तब तक ये डिस्ट्रप्शन रहेगा। तो अभी नेक्स्ट 2 या 3 क्वार्टर वी एक्सपेक्ट दैट द डिस्ट्रप्शन विल कंटिन्यू, बट पोस्ट दैट वी आर वेरी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट दैट we will have a very strong growth momentum. Not only wagon, हमारे जो दूसरे बिजनेसेस हैं उनमें काफी जो आप देख रहे हैं कि काफी ज्यादा ग्रोथ, एंड दैट ग्रोथ इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज। प्लस हम पैसेंजर बिजनेस में भी वी आर नाउ फोरेइंग इनटू, सो काफी नए अपॉर्चुनिटीज उभर के आएंगे।
बट गवर्नमेंट अप्रूवल हो गया सर अपना पैसेंजर कोच एंड मेट्रो एंड वंदे भारत?
नहीं, इसमें कोई गवर्नमेंट अप्रूवल नहीं होता है। यू नीड हम जो एक ग्लोबल प्लेयर है जिनके पास ऑलरेडी सारे सर्टिफिकेशंस अवेलेबल है।
जी हाँ।
उनके संग हम पार्टनरशिप में आ रहे हैं, सो उनके पास ऑलरेडी सारे क्वालिफिकेशंस अवेलेबल है।
क्योंकि अभी तो मेट्रोज वगैरह तो बहुत जबरदस्त आएगी सर, वंदे भारत इतनी सारी है।
नहीं यार, गवर्नमेंट का भी बहुत बड़ा पॉलिसी पुश है उस तरफ, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आल्सो फोकस। और हमारा लेवल पर वी आर वेरी स्ट्रांग इन दैट सेगमेंट।
और आपने बताया सर ईयू के साथ में कुछ ट्रेड का प्रॉब्लम है?
नहीं, ईयू के संग ट्रेड का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है हमारा। तो अभी तो ईयू के संग ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट हुआ। आई थिंक ईयू के संग ट्रेड बहुत रोबस्ट होने वाला है। जो मैंने कहा कि तो सीवैन जो है बेसिकली जो मैकेनिज्म यूरोपियन यूनियन ने इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया है। पहले उसमें छूट मिली हुई थी, अब इंट्रोड्यूस हो गया है, जिसमें यू नीड टू बी कंप्लायंट फॉर दैट, जिसमें हम ऑलरेडी काम कर रहे हैं। बिकॉज वो एक ट्रेड बैरियर, जो कंपनीज उसमें कंप्लायंस के लिए तैयार नहीं रहेंगे उनके लिए वो एक ट्रेड बैरियर हो सकता है।
क्या चीज है सर वो? आई डिडंट गेट इट।
तो यूरोपियन यूनियन ने अभी इंट्रोड्यूस किया है कि जो भी आप यूरोपियन यूनियन में जो भी चीज सप्लाई करेंगे,
जी हाँ,
आपको डिक्लेयर करना पड़ेगा कि कितना कार्बन कंटेंट है।
ओ अच्छा, कार्बन पॉलिसी।
यस, कार्बन पॉलिसी हम उसको रेफर कर रहे हैं।
हाँ।
क्योंकि उस पर टैरिफ है, अगर आप डिक्लेयर नहीं करें
या करेक्ट। अच्छा सर, मैं इस चीज को थोड़ा डिटेल में पूछना चाहूंगा। कार्बन पॉलिसी मतलब आप जहाँ से स्टील ले रहे हैं, अगर उसका कार्बन कम है तो आपको भी उसका बेनिफिट मिलेगा?
हाँ, डेफिनेटली मिलेगा। स्टील इज जस्ट वन पार्ट ऑफ इट। आपके जो मेन मोर देन स्टील ऑल्सो जो हमारे जो प्रोसेसेस हम क्या फॉलो कर रहे हैं, हम कितना ग्रीन इनिशिएटिव्स ले रहे हैं, उस पर भी बहुत है।
ओ अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, जी हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ, तो दैट विल हेल्प.
Definitely, definitely that will be of great help.
हाँ हाँ, नहीं नहीं, ठीक है सर.
Thank you.
Okay sir, thank you sir, all the best sir.
Thank you. Your next follow-up question comes from the line of Sahil Padani from Strokes Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, Vivek. So I think as you mentioned, right, I think for FY28 is going to be like pretty good for the company. And previously we've also given a guidance of about 8 to 10,000 crores in FY28. So given this financial year, which is 27, will be like more or less flat for us, are we saying that, you know, by FY28 over the next couple of years, we'll more than double our revenues?
Definitely, and that is what we are targeting, and that is how we have built our product portfolio also. So if you look at all our other segments, they are, say if you look at the battery segment or the battery container storage, these are segments where India has just started localizing. So as you saw in case of solar, the initial momentum was very small, and then the government, as the industrial base was established in India, the government put a lot of tariff barriers, and then you saw a huge momentum in that segment. I think this similarly, the battery segment is now prop for that kind of growth to happen, because the industrial applications as well as the solar applications are very, very robust. Besides that, government is introducing a PLI scheme on the container side. As you are aware that we are one of the biggest producers of containers in the country, and that PLI will go a long way in India being competitive in the global landscape, especially with regard to China. So as China today produces 90% of the global containers. So again, there is a big opportunity in that segment itself. Wheel sets I've already talked about. At full production, that has the revenue potential is close to about anything between 2,000 to 2,500 crores annually in that business for us. So that will be a huge incremental revenue for us. And even all our other segments, the commercial vehicle segment, those are also month on month are showing good growth rates. So definitely, I think our expectations are very, very high going forward.
Okay, understood. Got it. And when you kind of, thought of that number, 8 to 10,000 crores, which is last year, there were a couple of unknowns. We didn't know if the European deal would go through. We didn't know about the US-India trade deal, or, those things were like a bit unknown, which you have clarity on. So does that kind of give you a bit of like enhanced confidence to do better, or, even surpass that kind of a number?
No, definitely it gives us a lot of confidence and clarity, because all the ambiguity has now been removed. In terms of the business and landscape, or I would say the regulatory landscape, the picture is very clear. The government is very keen to push exports out of India, and we have the right partnerships to enable that. So definitely we are very, very positive. Again, in terms of numbers, I would not like to comment right now. I think as and when we start delivering, and that is when we are going to talk about the numbers.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for that, Vivek. That's all I had.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and then 1 to ask a question. Our next question comes from the line of Rajesh Bhandari from Nakoda Engineers. Please go ahead.
सर, एक क्वेश्चन मेरा और है कि आपने बताया कि जैसे व्हील सेट जो है आपके जब चालू हो जाएंगे बनने आपके खुद के, तो उस समय वैगन डिलीवरी की पोजीशन सुधरेगी. लेकिन सर, वैगन के लिए जो व्हील मिलते हैं वो तो गवर्नमेंट दे रही है, इंडियन रेलवे, और उसमें बताया गया था
इंडियन रेलवे एक सर्टेन प्राइस में हमें देती है, अगर हम मेक इन इंडिया से व्हील अगर उस प्राइस में सब्स्टिट्यूट कर पाए तो हम अपने वैगन में व्हील्स यूज कर सकते हैं।
अच्छा, मतलब आपके खुद के अपन ले सकते हैं, जरूरी नहीं है, कंपलसरी नहीं है कि आपको आईआर से ही लो।
हाँ, अगर वो अंडर मेक इन इंडिया पॉलिसी आपका व्हील्स अप्रूव्ड है तो।
हाँ 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 हाँ, ओ ओके ओके ओके। मेरे को ये था कि गवर्नमेंट से ही, मतलब आईआर ही देगा आपको व्हील। गॉट इट सर, गॉट इट सर। हाँ जी जी जी, गॉट इट सर। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to register for a question, please press star and then one. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference back to the management for closing comments.
Thank you for the same. As we move forward, we remain encouraged by the strong momentum across our businesses and the continued strength of our execution. With wheelset supplies improving, our freight wagon business has meaningfully regained operational momentum, while the excellent visibility across our other business lines positions us well for sustained and profitable growth. We are excited by the abundant opportunity set across both domestic and export markets. Our focus remains firmly on execution excellence, disciplined capital deployment, and the continued strengthening of our manufacturing and integration capabilities as we work towards delivering long-term sustainable value for our stakeholders. Thank you for your continued trust and support. We look forward to updating you on our progress in the next quarter.
Thank you. On behalf of Systematics Institutional Equities, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.